Hi everyone, Dr. Mark here, and today I want to give you some tips on how to save money on your dog's healthcare. Maybe you do not need this info, but most of us need to know how to save in this area and need to use these tips. Here are some of the best and easiest ways you can do that. The first and most important tip is to brush your dog's teeth every day. The cost of dental prophylaxis for your dog includes general anesthesia and antibiotics. An older dog will often need extras like pre-surgical blood work and x-rays to determine the extent of her dental disease. These expenses are totally unnecessary but common because most families do not bother taking care of their dog's teeth before they develop problems that require surgery. Avoid all of these costs by doing a little preventative care each day. A larger dog might be able to do fine with dental chews, but a small dog whose teeth are crowded together is more inclined to build up tartar and will need more toothbrushing. Tartar turns into calculus in only a few days, and that can only be removed with a cleaning. By taking care of your dog's oral health, you will also be preventing the expense and heartache of some forms of heart disease. Endocarditis is caused by bacteria growing on the heart and is secondary to dental disease, liver disease, and kidney failure, which can be caused by the kidney attempting to filter the bacteria shed from the diseased mouth. The second tip is to buy inexpensive heartworm preventative. You do not need to have your dog tested every year but expensive prevention for your dog from your vet. Heartworm preventative is important but should be one of the cheapest parts of your dog's healthcare expenses. Unfortunately, the companies that sell dog heartworm preventative mark up the cost of the drugs used unreasonably, and veterinarians benefit from this program. You can buy safe heartworm preventative online with a prescription provided by your veterinarian, online without a prescription, from sources outside the US, or if you have several dogs or large dogs, buy ivermectin at a feed store to prevent heartworm disease economically. You can watch my videos on why you do not need to test your dog every year, how you can buy cheap prevention, and some natural alternatives. The third way to save is to give your dog only core vaccines and only when needed. Most of the expense of the yearly visit to the veterinary clinic is due to the vaccines your dog is given. These vaccines do not need to be given yearly. Not only do all the vaccines a dog needs last a lot longer than used to be believed, overvaccination actually causes many health problems. Your dog is safe if she is only vaccinated every 3 years. Distemper and parvovirus vaccines probably last at least 7 years, so if you decide to delay the vaccines because of the cost, and the risk to your dog's health, no medical professional can argue with you about this. Number 4 is to give dewormer only if needed. The most popular brand of heartworm preventative also includes an inexpensive dewormer that is effective against many common parasites. Would you take medication to treat a disease you did not have? Most adult dogs are immune to any symptoms of roundworms and may never need to be treated, but some people still give the drug every month. A normal dog does not really need to be tested more than once a year, so it would be fine to take a stool sample to be checked at the time of her yearly visit. If the sample is negative, there is no need to treat. If it is positive and you only have one dog or a small dog, it will not be expensive to purchase the medication at the time of your visit. If you have several dogs, you can treat them with many inexpensive dewormers available online. The fifth is going to cost you a little, but you should spay or neuter your dog. Besides avoiding diseases like pyometra, an infection of the uterus. Spaying your dog will also prevent her from having puppies. Many people think puppies are a great experience, but they do not realize how expensive the wonderful experience is going to be. A female dog will be susceptible to internal parasites, have other health problems, and need more food. Of course, you will need to find a home for the puppies when they are about 8 weeks old. When neutering your male dog, one of the main benefits is decreasing his likelihood of roaming. Your male dog may be picked up by the animal shelter and he will need to be bailed out, which is expensive, and if you are lucky enough to find him in a week or so before he is euthanized. If he is not caught by the shelter, he may end up in an emergency veterinarian's office after having been hit by a car. No one is likely to pay for a stray dog, and if your dog is not neutered and not wearing tags with your phone number, he will likely be euthanized on the spot. If he is lucky enough to avoid the dog catcher and the highway, he will still be out picking up parasites and other infectious diseases. So get your dog neutered or spayed. If someone you know or a vet tech recommends you have this done while your dog is a puppy, be sure to ask your vet and read one of my articles on the proper age to spay a dog, based on breed, at pethelpful.com. The last suggestion, number 6, is to perform weekly physical exams at home. Performing weekly exams is one of the easiest ways you can save money. Prevention is always better than a cure. If your dog has a small growth identified early, it can be taken off cheaply and easily. If you let it grow, the veterinarian will charge more for the procedure, and the dog will be at greater risk. Mild dental disease may be able to be taken care of at home. If you do not examine your dog, it will not be picked up until the yearly exam and will be advanced and difficult to treat. I have seen dachshunds with disc disease presented by owners who noticed the symptoms early. These dogs can respond to an anti-inflammatory injection. If the dog is not examined often and not presented until the spinal cord is damaged, surgical repair is the only option. Besides being expensive, it may doom the dog to lifelong damage. If you do not feel able to do a basic exam on your dog each week, there are some great AI programs available now. There are things they cannot do, of course, so if you want to learn about their faults you can read my article at Parade Pets. Pet insurance companies will also tell you that you will save money by buying one of their policies, and corporate practices that sell wellness plans will tell you that you can save by purchasing one of their packages. They may be correct if your dog has health issues and you do not prevent problems. Take advantage of these easy prevention procedures listed above, and you can really keep a dog for a lot less than the experts will tell you. You can spend the savings on providing your dog with a better diet, buying her toys, or maybe your family can use the money for a vacation somewhere that allows dogs. Spend more time enjoying your dog. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or any savings tip I have not mentioned here, please leave a comment. If you have any health questions about your dog, you can send it to my Ask a Vet column at yourpetsathome.com. Please include your dog's age, sex, breed, and any tests that you have had done so far. The more complete you make the question, the better I can help. If this info is helpful, please give it a like, and if you want to know more about your dog's health you can subscribe to my channel. Besides health issues in dogs, there are a lot of videos on choosing the best pet, and some are just fun videos about living with our canine crew.